All right, here we are. Here we are. Corfu. We are in Corfu. Kekira? Kekira. Kerkira. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm going to call it Kekira. Kerkira? Kerkira. Kerkira. Kerkiria? Kerkiria. I don't know. Kerkira. Kerkira. I know, Buster, we're wasting time. Okay, I get it. Alright, yeah. So we got full fuel. So we're totally loaded up at 12 pounds. That's Buster's food. So hands off of that. 190's me, 70's Buster, 50 is our life raft. We are good to go. Where are we going? We're going to Mykonos. Yes, we are. We're going to Mykonos. Mykonos. Yeah, Mykonos. Awesome. Ooh, what do we have? Somebody coming in? Maybe? I hear somebody. Maybe someone just took off. Maybe someone just started their engines. Huh. Oh yeah, just took off. Just took off on runway 34. Let's see, there's the runway. See if we can see him. Oh, there he is. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's get the show in the air. All right, we got 3 green. We are all good on fuel. We got tip tanks are good. Bus volts are good. Outstanding. Do them once around. All right. Ambitious pilots, take us away. I'm gonna back us up right in here. I'm gonna release the parking brake. Okay. Perfect. Thank you to our friends at Ambitious Pilots. All right, let's go ahead. Parking brake is set. Landing gear is down. How's all of our circuit breakers look? All look good there. And all look to be in here. We got what, 58 hours now on this bad boy? Alright, let's go across the top. Everything is in the off position, which is good. Let's go ahead and get our mixtures rich. Props are full, down and dump. We are good there. We are all neutral on our trims, and down on our cow flaps are open. Fuel selectors are on. Static is in. Going across the bottom. Let's make sure everything is in across the bottom. Everything is looking good there. Let's make sure all of our avionics are in the off position. And they are, avionics master is off. Let's get the battery on and let's turn on the alternators. We got good bus volt, so let's go ahead and get the beacon and the nav on. I can hear the boost pumps, so we are good. CO2 test is 2 lights, we're good. ELT, good. Excellent on the ELT. Weather radar, let's get this. We're off there, which is good. What are we, 87 degrees? Let's go ahead and throw on the AC. And let's open up wide. We're good. Actually, you know what? We're going to turn off the AC. Yeah, we got our windows open. Let's go ahead and get the engines on first. Parking brake is set. Beacon's on. Let's go ahead and get the right engine going. Mixture's rich. Props forward. Let's go wide open. And let's go 3 seconds on the pump. 1001, 1002, 1003. Pump cut. Idle on the throttle. Crack it open. We're good, Buster. Clear prop. Buster, you want to help? You're outstanding, Buster. Let's go. All right. We're at 1,000 on the RPM. We are green on the oil pressure. We're positive on the oil temp. Bus volts are looking good. We got a good right engine start. Let's go ahead and get the left engine going. Mixture forward, mixture rich, props forward. Let's go full open. Boost high. 1001, 1002, 1003. Cut boost. Cut throttle. Crack it. Alright, Buster, you want to help? Clear prop. There, we're clear out there. Let's go. Alright, we're at 1,000. Start light goes off. Green on the oil pressure, positive rise on the oil temp. Bus volts are looking good. We got a good left engine start, Buster. Outstanding. Let's go ahead and go to standby. Let's get on. Let's pull the weather while we're waiting. 2977. No wind. Okay. All right, we got 2,000, right? Let's go alt. Let's go enter. Guys know I like to go to 121.5 on my COM2. Been having problems with COM2. I like to pick up ATIS on COM2, but I'm having problems. Ooh. Acquiring the satellites. Lots of fun. We have a departure, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think we're just going to go ahead and depart. Yeah. We're right here. We got no wind. It's uncontrolled. No traffic. We're going to take off our 1116 and go straight to Parna. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. And we're clear to 15. Flight plan was 15. We're going to go to 15. We're going to set it right out of the gate. Yeah, we'll go to... Darn it. I mean, this is annoying. I don't know why. If anybody knows why it keeps going to selected airway. It's annoying. get in all our waypoints. And there's a lot of them. Elvas. I still am in disbelief that we are sitting here in Corfu. Mind you, we started this adventure, Season 2, sitting in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we have flown this bad boy all the way to Greece. How'd we do it? Pretty cool stuff. Crossed up by Greenland, guys. But first we went out west. Las Vegas, all that good stuff. Went up to Calgary, Edmonton, and across the great landscape of northern Canada. It's a lot of fun. And we crossed Greenland, landed in Greenland, then we went to Iceland. That was a flight. Most views on that one, from Greenland to Iceland, because we were on the western side of Greenland, and we flew. I mean, it was impressive. Loved it. Loved flying over Greenland to get to Iceland, and then from Iceland to Scotland, which was a blast. Okay, I think we're good. Let's make sure. Yep. We're going to go to KRK, the VOR, Kikira. Okay. Southeast departure. Yes, sir. Love it. We're good. 137. What's our runway here? 16, I think it was. Yeah, 16. Perfect. Let's put Kikira in first. 114.7. Probably gonna be 1-3. Of course, starting the wrong way. 137, so let's just set it there. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and check our okay, let's check the annunciators really quick. Looking good there. Altimeters are set. Standby altimeter is set. Attitude indicator, we're set. We're good. We're getting a little warm in the cabin. So let's go ahead and turn on the AC. Remote compass, slaved and aligned. Comm radios are set. Nav radios are set. Weather radar is standby. Air conditioning is set. Flight controls. Left, neutral, right, neutral, down, neutral, back, neutral, right rudder, neutral, left rudder, neutral. Flight controls are free and correct, Buster. Alright, taxi lights. We're not going to taxi, we're just going to do our run-up right here. Taxi lights, transponder, mixture. We're good. Let's go ahead. Parking brake is set. Mixture's full rich. Prop levers are high. Throttles, let's go ahead and get them to 17. At 18. Alright, they're set at 17, so let's go ahead and at this point exercise the props. We'll see a drop of 300. Here's the drop. Left prop. Okay, now that we're stable on the right side, we want to see a drop in the, or a rise in oil pressure. And there's the rise. Left prop, rise in oil pressure. There's the rise. Okay, once we're stable, now we want to see a rise in manifold. It's very slight. Yep, very slight. And the left side, very slight. Excellent. Okay. Props have been exercised. We're good. Let's go ahead and check the magnetos. So let's throw them open to the left. Okay, we're seeing about 100 drop, 150, 150. Back to both. It's stable. Okay, we're not quite to 17 on each, so let's go to the right. It's about 100 drop, 125. That's good. Okay, back to both. Magnetos are good. Instrument air is in the green. Alternators, left alternator off. Right is picking up the slack. Right alternator off. We got the bus picking up slack. Left on, left is picking up the load, and right on, we are parallel. We are good. Prop, de-ice. Let's see, the prop amps are good. Perfect. Now, we're going to hit the windshield. We want to see an increase in the load and a light. Perfect. Same with pitot heat. Load and light. Load and light. Now we just want to see a load for the fuel bin. There's a small little load and the warning for the stall. Small little load. Perfect. Let's go down for the, we want to see about 18 on the de-ice, which is just to the left of the prop lever. Great, 18, and we have a light. Perfect. Let's go to the auto position. We want to see cycling, 18, down to 0, light off. Okay, cycle back on, light on, 18, cycle down. Perfect. Okay, all of our alternators and heaters are good. Pressurization, yeah, we are going to do pressurization because we're going to 15,000. Let's go to -1 here. Let's go to 10 o'clock here. Let's ramp up to 20. RPMs are ramping up to 20. Let's go ahead and pressure. So cabin pressure is on. Door pressure is on. Let's wait a second for things to pressure. Okay, perfect. I'm hitting the test button, and we want to see the needle descend. And there we go. Needle is descending. It's trying to catch 1,000 on descent, which is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut the power. And let's go ahead and down and dump. Let's set us to cabin altitude. We're going to 15,000 feet. So let's just set it. Let's just set it to 8. That'll give us comfortable cabin and plenty of room. So we will be fine there. Okay, throttles are good. All right. Oh, let's just check the flaps to make sure. Flaps are down. Put them back up. Flaps are operational. What is that trim out there? We got airline trim. How we doing out here? Trim. No trims are all neutral. Yep, trims are neutral. Autopilot. All the lights are on, which is looking good. I'm going to set our course to 137. Okay. Autopilot's on. Flight director is alive. Heading. Okay, we're deflecting left as we should. Let's go ahead and head right. And we got good right deflection on the flight director and the yoke. So we are all good there. Let's go ahead and disengage with our yoke one more time. And there we go. Off, on, off. Perfect. We're looking good. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and set our heading indicator to the runway. Let's go ahead and set our initial. We're at 137 right there for our course. Yes, sir. GPS is set. 15,000. Flight level 150, which is fine. When are we going to go to standard pressure? 5,000 feet. Okay, run-up checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and do the before takeoff. Checklist windows are closed. GPS, comms, and navs are all set. Autopilot altitude pre-selected is done. Heading bug set. Nav source, GPS, course selector set. Flaps set to take off. Alright. Cabin altitude selector is done. Pressure up. Cabin pressure, door pressures. Air conditioning, we're now down to 75, but we need to turn the AC off for takeoff. Good, good, good. Fuel booster pumps, we want to go low. Pitot heat on. We don't need any ice. We're good. Up, transponder set. Let's go on here, and let's get our lights on. Okay, let's go ahead and taxi into position. Okay, Buster, this is how this is going to go down here. We're going to go ahead and rotate at 80. If anything happens, we lose stability or we start to lose power, before we get to 80, we're going to go ahead and throttle cut and come to a complete stop on the runway, vacate left. Once we get to 80 though, we're going to go ahead and rotate. Gear's going to go up. Once we get positive rate, and we no longer have the runway. Once we pass 100 knots, we're going to go ahead and put the flaps up. At 500 feet, we're going to dial back the props. We're going to be making a left-hand turn to catch our intercept course. We're probably going to want to go in at around, to intercept our course, we're probably going to do a 110. So we'll be making a left-hand turn to 110. So about a 50-degree left-hand turn. Once we get to 1,500 feet, we're going to dial back the throttle to 36 inches each side. Once we do put up the gear, though, we also will nix the taxi light. And then we'll proceed with our climb checklist. Any questions, Buster? Okay, let's do it. Kakira traffic. Baron 712 Bravo Mike taking runway 16 for the southeast departure. Kakira. Buster. Just you and me, Bo. Get a little better vantage point here. There we go. Full throttle. Airspeed's live. And we are now at 80. Everything's looking good. Let's rotate. We are off. Gear up. We're past 100. Flaps are up. Traffic, bearing at 2 Bravo Mike is clear, runway 16, climbing through 1,500 feet, last call, Kakira. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot, let's engage our nav. Go ahead and gauge. Get 1,800 per minute. All right. 24. Let's get the throttle back. 36. No longer need the boost pump, no longer need the taxi light. Landing gear up, flaps up, taxi light off, landing light, keep it on, prop sync on. Cow flaps, let's keep the cow flaps up right now. I don't want to overheat. We're having some heating issues. Let's go ahead and turn on the AC. Anti-ice, no, we're good. Boost pumps off, and air conditioning is on. Cabin pressurization, we're fine. And we're almost going to be at transition altitude here shortly. Let's go ahead and get us to standard pressure. Okay, we're down at standard. Standard pressure? Standard pressure. Okay, we are now at standard. Cruise power settings, well, we're still in the climb, so we're at 36 and 36 on the manifold, and we're at 24 and 24 on the RPM. We're going to hold this, so we're in a cruise climb setting. We're going to hold this to flight level 150. We've already transitioned at 5,000 feet, so now we're at flight levels. Again, we're flying very late at night, but we have tricked the sun into being out. Yes, yes we have. Just got done watching some of the Euros. Just watched Portugal Beat Slovenia. PKs. How about that? How about that Portuguese goalkeeper, guys? Oh my goodness, man! I don't think I've ever seen that in the PKs. Saved them all. Saved them all. Saved them all. Like saved 3 PKs, and then Portugal hit all 3 of theirs. Done. Go home. And it was, let's see, when we finished, it was about midnight Frankfurt time. So you guys know it should be dark here in Corfu. So we have tricked the sun. Oh, look at this. Look at our speed. Blue line. That's interesting. I'm not used to seeing a blue line, so let's just see what's contributing to the blue line. Mixture's full rich. Props are at 24. Power's at 36 on the manifold. We are pressured up. Could it be the overheating at all? No. Definitely not used to not having the power. Let's turn landing lights off. Just make sure the flaps are up. Yep, flaps are up. Trim. I'm not used to seeing that airline trim out like that. Shouldn't make any difference with our speed. Alright, let's go ahead and put up our cowl flaps. Let's see if that has any impact on the speed. I mean, it is also a very hot day out, which could contribute to it. We're used to climbing so fast in the cooler weather. Let's look around. So Corfu, over there, Albania. Here we are in Greece. Okay, Parna. So we're 8 minutes in. Let's just see. Everything's gonna be thrown off because we had this wonky departure. We opted not to do it. So we're gonna be way ahead on everything. Not really. So it had us going straight to KEC. No, it had us doing everything we need to do here. Parna in 16 minutes. We're going to be in Parna in 11. And we're supposed to be at 11:26 on the fuel. We're going to be about 11:40. We'll be ahead on the fuel as well. Everything's looking good. We got 5,000. We got 1,000 feet left to go. guys pick up speed before we start. What? Vatsim, and I'm seeing some very interesting things. Like when I don't have COM3 on, it shows no transmission and no receiving. But when I hit COM3, it shows receiving. And receiving 121.5. So that's interesting. 45 degrees. How cold is that? We certainly don't need any, cabin's actually needs a little heat now. 44. So, I think we're going to go do a straight visual. Runway 34 is what's active. Okay. So we'll enter in a left downwind. The altitude is right there. 1500. Let's call it 1500 pattern altitude. Okay, here we are. We're almost in the amber. So let's go ahead and dial back to 32. And let's lean things out. Do a pre-lean. Pre-lean on right. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do lean a peak. Start the left engine. Last peak. Keep it around 25. Here we go. Okay, we are leaned out. Very nice, almost 16. We're going to be really efficient on fuel. Mr. Brady. Okay. And we're 50 miles away. We're on the 119er radial, which is pretty right where we're at. Skies are beautiful. Let's look around. Man, time to turn on the heater. We got our left cylinder, boy. Oh, cylinder number 4 is hot. 410. Not that bad, though. Seen a lot worse. ground speed's 250, so we're cooking. Love the versatility of the transponder. You guys haven't figured it out yet. Transponder here has a lot of uses. Look, it has wheels up pressure time. So when when the wheels came off the runway, that pressure's off, boom, flight time started. Look at that. I mean, how many times do we forget to look at the clock when we take off? Transponders get it all the time. Really nice. 22 minutes in the air already. Really good function. You have outside air temperature here, density, altitude. You can do count up, count down. You have start, stop, clear. I mean, you can do count up, count down. Pressure, altitude, flight time. It's a power horse. It's really good. Just like this little thing. This EDM 760 is a beast. It is a wealth of information. We'll hit it all, put it on all, and we'll get, it's 182 gallons remaining. We've used 19 miles per gallon. Horsepowers. Alright, now we're going to cycle through each of the cylinders. It's just fantastic. Power horse, definitely power horse, and it helps us tremendously with leaning this airplane out and doing engine management. It's perfect. Let's see if we get another VOR. So, due north, and voila, there we are, due north. Passing another waypoint. get to core, we could decide to go direct to Kia. Shorten things up a little bit. Wait, could have told me earlier, Buster. Gee, just don't open up this window. Well, anyway, gives us a little bit of an opportunity to talk about the last flight, kind of what happened. So, if you haven't watched the last flight into Corfu, everything was going great. One thing that threw us though, at the end, and you know, if you go look at our final was really wonky. We almost put it to the drink. And you know, it's always good to reflect on these things. One of the things that we didn't really plan for in our flight planning was the transition from daylight to darkness. And, you know, flying, not used to the time zone, kind of not knowing really what time, hadn't really looked at when the sun was going to set, blah, blah, blah. It was about a 2.5 hour flight, maybe 3, about 2.5 hour flight. And so getting close to our target, we noticed, oh, we had a nice little sunset out in the Adriatic Sea on our way into Corfu. And about that time, we should have really, I mean, we're taking snapshots, screenshots, all this beautiful sunset, right? You guys can probably see it. It's fantastic. You know, got to get our screenshots in, all that. We're at 9,500 feet, so you know we're in a VFR flight plan. So, which, you know, there's no clouds. It was a great flight plan. We would have liked to seen Dubrovnik. That's another story. Zagreb control did not want us flying over Dubrovnik and cleared us direct to our waypoint out in the Adriatic. And so, but be that as it may, I'm getting away from my point, was that it was getting really dark when we were approaching Corfu, to the point where we really weren't focused on lighting the cabin the way we should. You know, other than just hitting the panel lights, we really didn't focus on, you know, the luminosity of the instruments. We didn't really focus on the pedestal being illuminated, which contributed to a bunch of things. So as, you know, when I did the GUMPS check, you know, once we put the landing gear down on base and we got the 3 green, I started in on the GUMPS check once we made the turn on to the final. Because it was basically landing gear down, we're on base, make the call, make a turn on the final, GUMPS check.
did not have the pedestal lit. And in this aircraft, we really needed to hit these lights to light the pedestal. I didn't. I went to go ahead and flip on the flood, but I missed and turned off the panel. So now I got a complete, on final, complete blank panel. Luckily, I could see very good visibility. We could see that we were a little high coming in, so all good. Finally managed to turn the panel back on, hit the floodlight. So now we got flood, but the flood did nothing for our pedestal here. And now it's time to do the gumps check. So I'm like, oh gee, we can barely see it. So I'm just going, for me to go up here to turn these lights on with my mouse, and then look back down, go ahead and hit, I mean, we're on final, like short final. And so really the number one rule is fly the airplane, right? And so I got away from that. Could have we landed it with the mixture where it was and the props where it was? Absolutely. Sure. Should have just flown the airplane. Instead, I was messing around because I knew I had to get the mixture rich and the props forward. Probably should have done that, in all honesty, before we got to downwind. Get it. You know, should have been cleaner up on our checklist as we, you know, transitioned. So we came in from the northwest. We transitioned over the airport. We're flying. We entered into a right downwind for, I think it was 3-4. So anyway, but be that as it may, we're sitting on final. I don't see the pedestals, and I'm looking down, and I'm just taking my mouse and throwing it forward. I don't have any buttons. I don't have any buttons or any levers moving mixture and props. When you look at our Airbus, you guys know my Thrustmaster setup. You know, the Airbus setup. We really don't have anything set for that. So I'm just flubbing around, and I finally get the mixtures thrown forward, the props thrown forward, and I look up, and lo and behold, we're like going into the drink. I mean, literally, I've got 4 reds, and we're off center, and immediately I pull up full throttle, and now we've got good mixture, we've got good props. So we, you know, this plane's a beast, right? It pulls right out, even with full flaps and gear down. Everything's looking good. We get a slight positive rate. I'm able to kick it over to the left, get it lined up, throttle back, boom, make the landing, no sweat, uneventful. Had I got the lighting figured out though, and had the lighting before we got into Corfu airspace, had the lighting already set for that whole configuration, that would have been much better. But just was not thinking at all about lighting in the cockpit, because we had just gone through a transition where it was clear as day. Then we started to get into sunset, and then, you know, that dusk type feel, and then it was kind of dusk when we were going over the airport, and then by the time we got onto downwind and base, it was pitch black. So, and by then we just have too much on a workload on a VFR approach, pattern work basically, to be messing with our lights and to be, you know, trying to get things figured out. So, lesson learned. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it. Go see Buster and I almost put the plane into the drink. You know, not one of our finer moments for sure, but always good to talk it over, being, you know, hey, it's a simulator. So that's, you know, real life probably would have just gone around as well. I don't know. I felt I had pretty good control of the airplane once we recovered, and that we were actually in an attitude to where I felt very comfortable that we could actually put that plane back down. We have plenty of runway. wasn't an issue. I don't know. You give me your thoughts. I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, you get into that type of attitude below 500 feet. Shoot, we were probably at 200, 300 feet. You go around without any doubt. Particularly, you know, well, with all the airliners and everything. I mean, yeah, you lose stability or whatnot at that level. Go around time. For sure. Without any hesitation. But anyway, we were able to, I mean, things move a lot slower too with the piston airplane, right? So, you know, we were probably a half a mile out, quarter mile out. So we had time, right? I mean, you know, we were at 100 knots, and so we were blue lining it as it was. So maybe it was about 110. I'll have to go back and look at the video. But yeah, so that's kind of the review of last time. Great flight, nevertheless. Loved it. Beautiful sunset shots. I mean, we took off from a grass field in Venice. If you haven't seen that one, that's a lot of fun. If you haven't been there, you should go. Everyone loves to fly into the big Marco Polo airport, the big airport there in Venice, but do yourself a favor. Fly into the grass strip just to the south. Just to the south of the island. There's another island with a grass strip on it. Lido, I think it was called. It's about 3,400 feet, right? Maybe 1,050 meters. So, I mean, you're not going in there with any jet airplanes for the most part. But you know, if you're flying some general aviation airplanes, knock yourself out. A lot of fun. It was a good, decent runway, too. Very wide, good size. There's even some markings on it, right? So you could even see it. You could see it from downwind, and we picked it up on base. We picked it up on final. Really good. Really good. And you're really close to Venice, like, you know, the island, and seeing all the sights of Venice as you're doing your pattern of that grass strip. Plus you get to land on a grass strip, which is pretty cool all on its own self. So we also did a takeoff yesterday on our way to Corfu. Beautiful run from Venice to Corfu. Got to see Croatia. You know, just beautiful. Split, Dubrovnik, Montenegro, Albania. Just, what can you say? And a beautiful sunset. Probably one of my most favorite flights that we've done so far. Just, you know, in the Barren, but other than seeing Monument Valley out in Utah, in the United States, as well as Las Vegas. That was a lot of fun. And then going over Glacier National Park on our way to Calgary, that was a blast. Landing in Jackson Hole in the Grand Tetons, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And then making our way over to Greenland and Iceland, Keflavik, really neat stuff. But this one, yeah, flying over the Alps from Paris to Venice was a lot of fun. But yeah, seeing that yesterday was really cool. All right, how are we doing here? What do you think about all that, Buster? Oh, you're cold. Oh, look at that. Well, we were 109 degrees in the cabin just a little while ago, so I'll just pull it out a little bit. I mean, this is the most annoying part of flying the Baron. Love this airplane, by the way. Just for flight, black square, you knocked it out of the park. I love flying this Baron. Love all of the analog, steam analog versions you guys do. Every last one of them. Love them. However, this particular airplane, I just can't get the temperature management right inside the cockpit. Environmental cockpit management. It's just, can't get it right. Can't
get it right. It's so difficult. It's so tricky. But if that's my only complaint of this airplane, so be it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, what do we got? We got someone coming overhead at 24,000, pretty much right in front of us. We're sitting here at 15, so let's go ahead and see. Let's go out of the cockpit and see if we can see him. What is it, by the way? It is a 777. Passing left and right. Said that many times. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's go direct, like we said we would go to Kia. Direct, activate, yes. Bingo. Alright, we're going to go direct to Kia. We're not very far away. We're 15 minutes to Kia. Should be thinking about getting down. We're 112 miles away. So let's think about it. We need to get down to 1,500 feet. So let's call it 2,000. That's 13 times 5. 65 miles away. 65 miles out. Go ahead and set this. Alright, just set in 8 minutes. Here we go. Again, the VSR is not showing. This is the vertical speed required. It's not showing. Unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to be doing another visual. Yeah, another visual approach. So we're going to actually get our chance to do it right this time. Alright, we're 71 degrees in the cabin. It's perfect. So let me just not touch it. Let's just see if it continues to go up. Okay, we're 100 miles out. Bam. Not picking it up. Not surprised, we're 100 miles out. Athens. There's the main airport. Athens, right in here. So let's push it in. Decrease the amount of heat coming through. Okay, good. It's starting to go down a little bit. What's our hottest cylinder looking like right now? It's gotta be the 4-cylinder on the left engine. It's 408, so I haven't moved much. Oh, and the doors don't open. That's the other thing, too. Kind of would like the doors to open, but that's, again, not a big deal. Lock. Emergency exit, full cover. Rotate handle up, breaking the safety wire, push the window out. Works. Look, I mean, you have these little lights back here, little map lights. I mean, you know. Little coat hangers. Big coat hangers. This table comes down. Does the table come down? to be for your headphones. Yep. That goes up. It does go up. Nice. Okay. All right, 2 minutes into our descent. Gotta be saving a boatload of fuel. Kia. Think about this. Kia, we're supposed to be at 1 hour and 25 and we're at 54, so we'll be in an hour. So we're 25 minutes out of schedule. We're at 940 pounds. We're at almost 1,000. We will not need to refuel before we go to Santorini. How fun is that? Santorini. Whoa. Here we go. Time to descend, kids. Let's go to 2,000. Arma. There we go. Wait for the speed to pick up. What's the altimeter like? Transition at 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet. Okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna set this to 6,000 so we can remember that that's our transition altitude. And what is 2974? Big difference. Alright, let's dial back the power some. Stop halfway. We're 64 miles away, yet we still don't have navigation. Alright, let's go ahead and do our descent checklist. GPS, comm, and nav radios. They are all set. We're still going to remain on Unicom on our way in. We'll go ahead and self-report 20 miles out. And at 20 miles out, we'll be due west. And we'll be entering a left and downwind for runway 34. Okay, that's what we will position report. We're 61 miles away, so in 40 more miles, we will then position report. Alright, approach briefing is set. We will be going visual. And we will be entering it downwind at 1,500 feet. 1,400 really is what we should go to, because it's 400 feet. 400 feet elevation. Okay, we got that set. Fuel quantities are set. Oh, gotta get the tip tanks emptied. See if I can get the tip tanks emptied. It's gonna be slow. Probably not. Cabin altitude, pre-selector. Let's go ahead and get down there. Let's put it at sea level. Sea level. Let's just go 400 feet. Good. Alright, cabin rate still at 10 o'clock. We are fine. Descent, cow flaps. Cow flaps, we're going to be close. Anti-ice, we don't need them. Fuel booster pumps, we're still 55 miles out. So we don't need them. Cabin air heat, we finally figured it out. We're good. Got the heat on. Although we probably don't need to because the outside air temperature is 50 and we're getting better. So let me go ahead and turn off the heat. At 6,000 feet, we will go to standard pressure. Right before downwind leg. Landing lights on, altimeters, prop sync, mixture full. Yeah, before the downwind. Rich. So I would say 5 miles out. We need to get this done. Rich, high, perfect. We do the gumps. Fuel boost pumps low. And we're good. Get the speed back to 140. And on the downwind leg, we're good to go. Okay, we're headed direct to Kia. Let's go ahead and I wonder which way the wind is coming. Is 3-4. Unsuspend. I'm going to hit OBS. We're going to switch this bad boy to 3-4. And that, my friends, is a way for us to be able to cheat. Yes. Cheat. love it. It's a good way to go. Okay, we're now below 10,000 feet, so let's go ahead and turn on our landing lights. We're 40 miles out. Our wind should blow us in here because we are heading mode. So our wind should blow us into the airport onto downwind. VNAV, okay, we can loosen things up a little bit. And season 2 is almost coming to an end. Next flight will be to Santorini, and then the next flight after that will be to Rhodes. Yeah. And that'll be it for season 2. Buster and I have been really happy having you guys along. Season 2, 30 flights total. It's phenomenal. We enjoy, I mean, this airplane has just been fantastic. Season 3, do we continue to fly the same airplane? Probably not. Do we take it to the King Air? Maybe. Black Square, of course. Be kind of neat to take it across Africa, like start in Rhodes, and take it across Africa and cross into South America from Africa. And then get into the Amazon and then up to the Windward Islands. And then do the whole Bahamas again. That could be an option. Or we continue to go east. That's right. Go through Egypt, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Dubai, go to Mumbai. Maybe go down to Australia, New Zealand, call it a day. And then go back up through the Philippines, Japan, over to Alaska, back down. All right, what do we got? We're coming up to 6,000 feet. We're at 31 miles. Things are looking pretty good. I don't quite think I see the run. I think Mykonos is there. Where is it in relation to the island? That's what I want to know. Oh, yes. It is. Back there, I would think. Okay. So 6,000 feet isn't really, 6,000 feet for us is just to set the pressure. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep trucking to 2,000. Now once we get to 6,000, that's our cue. We're going to go to standard pressure. Or, excuse me, we're going to go to local. Which Mykonos traffic, bearing 712 Bravo Mike is 20 miles to the west at 4,500 feet. Descending to 1,500, we'll be entering a left downwind for runway 34, full stop, Mykonos. Okay, we're now at standard or local pressure. Let's go ahead before the downwind. We know what we gotta do. Landing lights are on. Altimeters are now local. Prop sync. I'm gonna wait until we get to 10 miles to hit everything else. I do wanna get us a little bit more over to the right. Orientation of the runway is here. Kind of right there, maybe. Maybe that could be it right there. feet. Out. Let's go ahead and start with our 4 downwind leg checklist. So prop sync is now off. Mixture, yeah, let's go full rich. Props full. Anti-ice, no. Fuel pump boost low. Should be around sitting at 140. So let's go ahead and reduce power. Level off. Still looking for the runway. Here's the orientation down here. You can see it. Looks like it's going to be on the other end of the island. Get over a little bit better. Looks like it might be over here. Going into the downwind. We're 7 miles out. We'll enter downwind at around 4. 3 or 4. go ahead and begin our downwind. I think I see it. Let's cut off downwind actually. I think I see it. Okay, let's stay here for a second. There's the airport. Mykonos traffic, bearing 2 Bravo Mike, entering a left downwind for runway 34, full stop, Mykonos. Okay. There's the runway. 400 feet. We're at 1400. Flaps. All right, here we go. Flaps. Not the power. My airplane. Mykonos traffic, bearing 2 Bravo Mike, making left base for runway 34, Mykonos. Alright, here we go, that's our base. Gears down. Mykonos traffic, bearing 2 Bravo Mike, turning final for runway 34, Mykonos. Full flaps. The little magenta line is just for looks, just to help us a little bit. Mykonos traffic, bearing 2 Bravo Mike, short final for runway 34. Mykonos. High, I don't mind because we got 2 trees that are sitting right there. Stay. we go. There's our guys. All right. Flaps are up. Everything is looking good. Mykonos traffic, Baronet 2 Bravo Mike, vacated runway 34, taxiing a ramp, Mykonos. Let's open up the window. Park over here. Parking brake on. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Alright, now let's go ahead and the avionics goes off. Get the taxi light off. Good. Turn our lights off. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get our cowl flaps open. Need to put that on right when we came off. All right, guys, it's been awesome. We are here in Mykonos, Greece. Flight 28. 29 will be to Santorini, and 30, the last one of the season, will be going to Rhodes. But here we are, Mykonos, Greece. So, a lot of fun. Went from Corfu to Mykonos. All right, guys. Till next time. Clear skies and warm tailwinds, and, of course, Buster, take it away.